Hey guys, remember to like and subscribe to follow along. We're going to start in the cross leg position, sitting up tall, or if it feels okay to, we're going to bring the right foot up and over the left leg. We're going to walk it down over the foot, just as far as comfortable. Keep the back nice and straight. Just relax it down on the exhale each time. And you can just repeat that 3 or 4 times. We're going to breathe it in. Exhale, just round it down. So we're not pushing into the stretch. We want to feel a nice stretch in the hip in this one. So we're going to feel this in the left hip. That's excellent. We're going to breathe it in and exhale, sink it down. If it's a wee bit too intense, you can just sit with the legs crossed, or you don't need to sink it down any further. Just enjoy the stretch. Keeping the legs in the same position, we'll sit up tall, bring the left arm across the right knee, and we're going to bring the left shoulder down to the left knee. We're feeling this in the right hip. Excellent. Just down as far as comfortable for you. Just want to feel a nice stretch in the hip. Breathe. You can just hold it in the same position. It's a nice stretch. If it feels okay to exhale and just lower it down, just millimeters. Should never feel painful in a stretch. And bring it on up. And we're going to swap the legs around, or just keep the legs in a cross leg position. And we're going to repeat that. We're going to walk it across the right knee. Sink it down over the foot. Keep the back nice and straight. Breathe and then exhale. Just sink it down. Just a nice stretch in the opposite hip. That's where we'll feel it. And sink it down. Breathe in through the nose and a long exhale through the mouth. Excellent. Hold it there. Sink it down. Relax into the stretch. Just hold it as long as comfortable for yourself. Breathe. And then we're going to come on up. Excellent. Again, keeping the legs in position, we're going to bring the right arm across the left knee, bringing the right shoulder down to the right knee, feeling it in the left hip. And breathe. So we're just going to bring that down as far as comfortable for you. Nice stretch in the hip. Breathe in through the nose and long exhale out through the mouth. You can bring it down a wee bit further as it starts to relax, or you can stay in the same position. Excellent. And we're going to come on up. We're going to bring the feet together and we're just going to relax the body side to side, relax the knees, just feel it nice and loose in the hips. And then just a wee gentle push. Don't push it further than the hips want you to go. Fantastic. And breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. And we're going to bring the legs into a nice comfortable V-leg shape. Okay, so we're just pushing the butt out. We're going to start from the waist. So reach up tall and just walk it down as far as comfortable for you. You don't want to arch the back and lean the head over. It's all about getting the belly button down first and the chest down first. So don't worry, that will come. Just hold it. Once you get the chest down to the ground, that's when you want to start bringing the legs out closer into the middle splits. This takes time, so just make sure the knees are up to the ceiling. Now we're going to do flex feet, toes up to the ceiling. So we're doing the same motion. If it feels sore in the hips or anything, you just give it a wee wiggle, give the body a wee wiggle. And if it is a wee bit too much, just loosen the legs back into closer V shape. And we're only walking it down if it feels okay for you. And you can stay upright as long as you feel that nice stretch. Bringing the arm up and over. So make sure you're feeling that all along the side, up, and just as far as comfortable for you. Don't worry if we're not quite getting right to the toe, you will. A little, a lot. And breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Relax in it. And we're going to come on up and swap the arms up tall and reach it over. So I want to feel all along the side of the body. And we're feeling that middle split stretch. And breathe. So we're not pushing the legs right back as far as we can, just in a comfortable V-leg position. And just bit by bit, we'll get further and further into it. Excellent. We're going to walk it down forward again. So each time you want to feel the muscles loosen up a wee bit more, and then just let your body relax down into it. Sitting up tall, reach up and over, and breathe it in through the nose. Nice long exhale out through the mouth. We're going to keep the chest down to the ground, walk it over to the other leg. Again, just as comfortable for you, so you're not quite down right to the floor. Don't worry, you will. Just keep it wherever feels comfortable for you and walk it across. Nice loose stretch and walking it back up tall. Now we're going to point those toes and bring it up and over. Excellent. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And whenever we're walking it over, we're going to keep the chest nice and low. And bringing the other arm up and over. Excellent. Feel it all down the side. Breathe it in through the nose and out through the mouth. And we're going to bring it up. Give the body a wee wiggle side to side, loosen it up, and then we're going to walk it down into our middle split. So you can bring it back if it feels okay, if you've loosened those muscles, and walk the chest down. Remember, you want to sit up tall, start from the waist, walking it down. Looking in front, stretch out through the arms. And we just walk it down a wee bit further each time. So now we're going to turn to the right, bend the right leg in front. Make sure the hips are square, so you don't want one hip to lie to the side. And you're going to feel this in the hip. And walk it down. So we're going to feel this in the right hip. If you don't really feel it and you want it a wee bit more intense, bring the foot closer towards the face. Walking the hands out, feel it right through to the end of the fingertips. And breathe it in through the nose, out through the mouth. We're going to walk it up. Use the hand for balance and bringing the foot in towards the butt. Breathe. Remember, you don't want this to be sore in the knee or anywhere. So if it is, just loosen the stretch slightly. If it feels okay to, you can bring it in a wee bit closer. Breathe it in through the nose and out through the mouth. We're feeling this in the quad, the front of the leg at the back. And breathe. Just hold this as long as comfortable for you. And come on out, and we're going to go back into our V-legs. And we're going to do one of each side. Give it a wee wiggle. And bring the arm up and over. And keep those toes nice and pointed. Walking it down close to the ground, up and over. And in through the nose and out through the mouth. Lovely. And we're going to bring it up. And this time we're going to turn it around to the left. We're going to bend that leg in front. Keep the hips nice and square. Breathe. And walk it down. Feel it right through to the fingertips. Excellent. We're feeling this in the hip, and remember to move the foot slightly towards the face to get an even deeper stretch. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And we're going to walk it up. Use one hand for balance. Use the same hand to the foot behind. And the front of the back leg, we're feeling that nice stretch. Be careful of the knee, loosen up the stretch if it's sore. If it feels okay, be careful, just bringing it in, breathe, and enjoy the stretch. Bring the head up, shoulders up, and hold. If it feels okay to, on your exhale, you can just lower it down slightly. Remember, millimeters, and come on out. So we're going to take it into our left leg lunge. We're going to sit up tall. Make sure the knee is above the ankle and it's not going over the toes. You can use your front leg for balance. You can use yoga blocks either side of the hips. You're going to feel this in the hip. We're just going to bring it down and hold the stretch. So you're using the muscles in this one. We're going to sit back, straighten the front leg. If it doesn't want to fully straighten, that's okay. Don't push it more than your body wants to go. We're going to bring it back into the lunge and breathe in through the nose. Long exhale, just hold that stretch. So we're not keeping pushing down. We're going to bring it back, straighten that leg. You can give the front leg a little wiggle if you need to. And just go down as far as comfortable for you. You can repeat these as often as you like. And we're going to swap the leg over and bring it into the lunge. Remember, you can give the legs a little wiggle and just sink it down. Find a nice, comfortable stretch and hold it there. Use the muscles and breathe. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And we're going to bring it back and straighten that front leg. Now give it a wee wiggle if you need to. And just relax down in that. Feel that stretch at the back of that straight leg. Point the toes. And again, just hold that as long as comfortable for you. Stretch the arms out. Yoga blocks can be helpful in this. So you can just keep them out forward, straighten out the arm, keep the back nice and straight. And we're going to bring it back into the lunge. Use the front leg for balance if you need to. Just sink it down as far as comfortable for you and hold that stretch. And we're ready for our splits. So we're just going to sink it down as far as comfortable for you. Remember, yoga blocks are fantastic for this. Keep it either side of the hips. Even if you are right down, yoga blocks are good. Especially if it doesn't feel that comfortable just yet, they can take the pressure off instead of pushing more than your body wants to go. Or you can bring it up into the lunge position again. You can sink it down into a deeper lunge position and hold that stretch. Breathe, just sink it down and hold it there. Use yoga blocks either side of the hips. And we can straighten out that leg in front. Just saying hello to these stretches again. And they can help, especially if you're a beginner, just to get your body used to it. And we can sink it down. Well done, guys. See you